Hey guys, I'm working on the Final Fantasy IV Chronicle EX battle versus Golbez and the Shadow Dragon. The missions are no deaths, 5 units or less, or I'm sorry, 5 turns or less, 4 units or less. So this is the team. You can only use Final Fantasy IV units. We're taking Cecil, Golbez, Rydia, and Barbarisha. If my team works, I will show you the gear and all that afterwards. Let's give it a go. It's a little tricky to do this in 5 turns with 4 units. Okay, here's the ambush. It's a AoE Paralyze, AoE Gravity, and single target death. We immune the Paralyze, and the Gravity doesn't really matter. Okay, so Golbez is just going to do his magic buff. Rydia is going to dual cast Imperil from an Esper. Wait for this to finish. Alright, so we're going to do this and then change target immediately. Get them both imperiled. They're preemptively broken thanks to the story thing. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'll show the gear at the end. Alright, let's go ahead and do that with Barbarisha, her LB, for the mod boost. And Cecil will change stance and cover. Okay, some single target stuff. Okay, now here comes the fun part. We're going to be capping Meteor and chaining Quad Cast Tornado, which is extremely hard to chain and frequently breaks. But if I'm lucky, we won't break the chain. Alright, let's give it a go. So we're going to do this, and I think that was a good chain. Yep, didn't break. Alright, we're going to Elixir on Golbez now. And now we basically just use the repeat function. Okay, yeah, once you get... The repeat function failed me. I was going to say once you get a good chain, you can use the repeat function, but yeah, they just apparently can't code correctly because the repeat function just doesn't work. I got to reset the app. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Yep, as you saw, the chain broke. We're going to have to do this manually again and just hope we get it right. So we're going to Meteor, and then, there we go. That was a good chain. Okay, we're doing pretty good so far. Let's go ahead and Elixir Golbez again. Alright. Keep it up. Let's go ahead and Meteor and... Nope, be right back. Alright guys, well, let's try this again. Let's try this again. I hate chaining Tornado. So do this and... Alright, I think that worked. Yep, good chain. Alright, Meteor should have gotten the dragon. Perfect. And we can just Elixir Golbez again. Alright. So even if the next chain breaks, it shouldn't really matter. Okay, so we lost the shift form of Barbarisha, but it shouldn't really matter at this point. Let's do this. And that was a good chain. Okay, there it is. A lot of broken chains, but all missions in 5 turns, 4 units. Okay, let's see the damage report. We'll see who did what. Okay, pretty good. Neovision's Barbarisha did 2 billion, with 1,000, yeah, 2 billion, and then 7-star Golbez did 1.4 billion thanks to his enhancements that Global will never ever see, so sad face. And then Kid Rydia was a support chainer and Cecil was a tank. Let me go ahead and show you the gear on my units. All missions. We got the recipe for Kane's STMR, we got the crystal, the emblem, All right, so here was the team we used. Final Fantasy 4 units only. So, like I said, the boss does ambush with paralyze and single target death. So Cecil was our provoker with death immunity, paralyze immunity. He's got some dark resist as well for the shadow attacks. Auto general mitt for the drain that the Golbez does, and he's got lots of regeneration and auto healing from Phoenix. And there is his setup. 7-star Golbez is using Meteor. Meteor is an imbuable. It's like Holy from Cetra Aerith, where it's the +2 Meteor, except it's a physical attack. It's a physical magical attack. So it uses the element of your imbue or your weapon. The Shadow Dragon is weak to ice, so we gave him an ice weapon. Other than that, he is using. I gave him a vision card as well. Another feature that JP can do. We can give vision cards to 7-star units. Global should actually get that in the future. That feature, at least, it's part of the Mystery Crystal system. Anyway, he's using that, and he's using mostly Dragon Killer, 250 Dragon Killer, because the Shadow Dragon is very, very resistant to wind damage. So we needed someone to deal with the Shadow Dragon. So Golbez's job was to cap on the Shadow Dragon with Ice Damage Meteor. 250 Dragon Killer and a little bit of Human Killer, 75 Human Killer, because in my test run I was actually slightly short on finishing off the enemy Golbez in time. So I gave a little bit of Human Killer to Golbez as well to help cap on the boss as well. Anyway, 4,000 magic and Meteor scales on MP, so 1,400 MP. So, yep, and he did a ton of damage. Kid Rydia, garbage. She is literally here just for the support chaining. So Irene's Ring, she has Tornado naturally. I gave her an Esper with the Imperil spell, and she's using, I'm not sure what this is called, but it's the Auto Break accessory. It auto cast AoE 80% all break for 5 turns during the preemptive. So she preemptively broke everything by 80% to let us focus on just pure damage every single turn. Regular dual cast and quad black magic, so she can support chain, and she did not get upgrades, so she is garbage. And then Neovision's Awakened Barbarisha. She's a 4-star on the JP server, but she was upgraded into Neovision's from the 4-star, kind of like Zeal was, or Zeal, whatever. Anyway, base form is using Poppy's STMR just for the Amplify Wind automatically. Also automatically auto Faith for the magic buff. Base form has maxed out Human Killer and 4,800 magic, but the shift form is where it's at. Shift form has 5,700 magic. Unfortunately, it's a trance shift. You can only stay in trance for 4 turns. So we did her LB on the first turn of shift, which is a 200x modifier boost to her Tornado spell. And then we chained Tornadoes on turn 2, 3, and 4, as you saw, which with a huge modifier boost did a lot of damage. And then the last turn, she finished off the last 5% in the shift form, or the base form. Anyway, shift form has maxed out Human and only 50 Dragon Killer, chain cap increase, etc. And that was the clear. Okay. All missions on Final Fantasy 4. Yep, pretty fun. Anyway, see you next time.